Hello, Mr. Catchings. It's nice to see you again.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
No, I'm not too bad.
Okay, so what brings you in today?
Today, honestly, I just want to discuss about a little bit between work and family today.
Okay. What about work and family?
Well, first off, I had I don't want to say little situation, but it kind of escalated. A situation at work, and it kind of resulted in me losing a really close friend that I had, or I thought we were so-called friends, and it didn't turn out as I thought it would be.
Could you elaborate a little bit more for me, please?
Sure, no problem. Well, one of my coworkers, can I say he or she? Okay, so she got fired because of her poor performance at work and just the way she handled the situation and did things this specific day.
Okay, what happened?
So after the little situation went down, I guess she had a meeting with the director and my supervisor and then her supervisor, and then the director of the whole program in state parks, and just to see if she can get her job back from her being fired.
Can you tell me what the situation is that she got fired for?
So, do you want me to explain that specific day?
You can explain.
Or like
I just
sum
want
it up why.
I just want a broader range of the issue. Like, how did she get fired?
Just the main concept.
Yeah, I just want to know why, so I can get a better understanding.
She wasn't working to our performance. We were breaking a trail one day, and everybody else is working, and you don't want to have the one coworker that's standing around not working. So, not my boss, my coworker, just told her to stop because she wasn't doing nothing, and she got upset, and she started cussing and just being really disrespectful and talking a lot of nonsense. And then she walked off the job site, which is one of our requirements that we don't do.
Mm-hmm.
And she was trying to hitch a ride from one of the local police, and that's a big no-no, especially when you have your uniform shirt on. So pretty much she just was cussing and walked off the property. And
now, was this an accumulation of days, or did she just get fired for that one day?
She was coming back from her injury from hurting her arm when she fell down the steps, and she hasn't been in for like 2 months. So she just came back, and I felt like maybe she was mad at the world that day. Her first day back, she was snapping out.
Okay.
So I don't think it was built up from any previous day, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So, anyway, as I was saying, back to the meeting, during the meeting they had some reason or somehow my name got brought up in the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's why that was, part of the reason she got fired. That was, she told me. And she said that the director used my name specifically. And I don't know why, where, when, and how that was brought up.
I mean, according to my professionalism,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should ever bring anybody's name, another coworker's name, into a meeting about somebody else, because it just causes strife. I think that's actually a very unprofessional thing to do.
Right, she shouldn't have done it in the first place if that's what happened.
What happened next?
So I guess she was, I guess her feelings was hurt. We caught in the feelings. She was upset. And so she had her girlfriend text me. Actually, she texted me at first, and then she called me. And the message came off like very, very disrespectful, very rude, unprofessional for her girlfriend to be she's a stylist, so she knows our profession. It was very disrespectful. And then instead of going back and forth with her through text, I say, I'm gonna be professional myself, and I'm gonna give her a call.
Okay. And how did that go?
Honestly, it didn't go as well as I thought it was gonna go. Of course, I knew that, but I was prepared for it.
Can you be a little bit more specific for me?
Yeah. As soon as she as soon as she picked up the phone, it came off as an attitude. She was yelling and cursing and she didn't talk to, hey, this is a situation. She just went off cussing at me. Didn't give me my real chance to even say what happened.
Well, what was she saying exactly?
She was like, how could you do that? I thought we were best friends. Just like, she had higher expectations from me. And really not knowing the matter of fact, not giving my side, hey, this is what happened. She just overruled me. I didn't have no chance to talk. And I was really talking to her like, what are you talking about? First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. I just get off work. So I was all confused and didn't know what she was talking about, really didn't care, didn't know where she was coming from, and all the other craziness.
And how did that make you feel? I can only imagine.
Honestly, I got mean and disrespectful right back to her. I let her know, don't take me out of character. Don't be taking all of your drama out on me until you let me explain myself. Pause it.
Well, what do you mean, Mr. Ketching?
Well, I pretty much told her, I said, first of all, I have no freaking idea what you're talking about. And I haven't done anything really to either one of you. So, and she really just cut me off and said, well, why is Karen, the director, telling Denisha that you gave a statement saying she was doing a piss poor job at work? Sorry, I thought it was funny. Coming in late and leaving early and, just really not being honest with her.
Mm-hmm.
So, before I get anything out, she hung up the phone.
And what happened after that?
I sent her a text message, just saying, she should let me explain myself. Like I keep telling her, don't just be a woman. We're both grown adults. Tell me what you have to say and let me get my side out. And if we don't make ends meet, it is what it is. We just depart from each other. That's how I felt, honestly. And that's what I sent her directly in the text message. So, and then like 2 hours later, she didn't respond, and I just decided to block her number, block her social media, just completely get her out of my life, and just move on from the situation.
Why? Do you think that's going to help the situation?
Well, because to me, she was being very disrespectful, and I didn't appreciate it. And she didn't allow me to give my side.
Excuse me.
So before she even went off on the phone and just hung up. So I think they handled the situation very well.
Okay, I can understand that. How did that make you feel to have that done to you?
I did what I had to do, honestly, point blank. I really don't have no regrets. I'm just trying to move forward. She wasn't, I guess obviously means she truly wasn't my friend, and I would just have to do what I have to do and move on. She ain't worth it.
Do you think it's fixable?
At this point, I honestly, I don't know. I want to give her time and space to continue. Maybe she will come back into my life and talk to me, but maybe I might see her in the store one day, and we can talk it out. But until then, it's really, to answer your question, I don't think it's fixable at all.
So where do you think this all stemmed from if you guys were such close friends? You and Denasia and Denasia's girlfriend, you guys were all close, so why would they even think that you had anything to do with her, Denasia, getting fired?
I just, probably because of my new team leader position, but I'm not really sure, honestly, 100%. Probably me getting the offer of being a team leader and let her know that she probably was like, oh, they boosted him up, so obviously he's on our side, so let's shut her down and get her out the picture.
Yeah, but was she in the running with you? Was it a possibility that she could have became team leader at one point?
No, you're not allowed to be a team leader if you join the program less than a year. You have to be at least a year and a half to 2 years, so there's no competition there at all.
Okay. So, okay. Would you ever consider talking with her again, trying to figure out the situation?
You gonna be honest right now?
I want you to be as honest as you possibly can. Yes, I do.
Alright, so right now, at this moment, And in my mind space and all I have going on, no. I got too much on my plate right now and can't deal with no nonsense. I need to stay focused and keep my eye on my new position, my team leader position, and just let all that drama go. And I tried to talk it out with her girlfriend, and it just escalated. And it just wasn't meant to be. So, absolutely not. Like, there's no way.
Okay, I just want to say one thing to you. Are you moving on truly, or are you holding a grudge? Because those are two different things. And a lot of the time, people get those two mixed up. So I just want to know, which one are you doing?
Am I moving on or holding a grudge?
Yes.
I mean, I know the difference. But like I said, I'm just choosing to move on from the whole situation.
And that's okay, Mr. Ketchin. That is totally okay.
Let me reevaluate.
Okay.
I don't like holding grudges. I say I don't hold grudges, but I think internally I have like a small grudge I'm holding. I forgive people, but at the same time I don't forget about the situation. I don't know if that answers the question.
It does. I mean, it's easy to forgive.
Yeah, then forget about the whole situation.
To forget about it, it's always going to be in the back of your head because you're not going to allow anybody else to treat you that way again.
Right, like I don't put up with that from anybody else, so why would I allow? But I'm easy to forgive people, but forgetting about the situation then brings that little small grudge back. Like, all right.
Yeah, and that's understandable. That happens in a lot of cases.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of different things. It's not just that. It's not just your particular situation that it pertains to.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say it, and it's like a main saying, I believe. Like,
mm-hmm.
It's easier to forgive than forget.
It's a true statement,
honestly. Okay, Mr. Ketchins, is there anything else that you want to get off your chest about that situation with your coworker?
So like I said, she moved on. She's headed to Wilmington to stay there. So, I mean, she was given an offer that she can reapply at the end of the program, but honestly, I'm going to have to get myself together. So, if she does, because she will be on my team, being able to handle the previous situation with her being under my supervision, like, is she going to disrespect me? But I guess, again, I can't think like that, about the situation again.
How would you, I don't mean to get off track a little bit, but I want to know, how would you handle it if she was to be brought back into the program and underneath your supervision and she got disrespectful with you? I just want to know.
What I would like to do is cuss her out, but...
Oh, we don't need that.
That's not professional. I'd close that chapter out and start off like I'm meeting her for the first time. Not literally, hey, but if she had an issue, hey, what can I do to fix it? And if she approached me, cussing me out, I'd step aside, call my supervisor and say, what do I do next?
That's very professional of you, and that's very mature of you to be such a young man. So I think I commend you on that a lot. I really do. Not a lot of people can walk away from a situation like that. If someone cusses them out, they got to get that last word in, or they got to throw hands.
And that was her situation last year, but I get that a lot. Especially being a younger supervisor, younger team leader, because I work with a lot of older veterans, much older than me, less like 45 and up to 6 years old. And a lot of them were like, all right, he's young, why do I have to listen to him? And she's one of them people as well. She's 28 years old. And she's one of them already, I don't have to listen to you, you're younger than me. But you can't get it twisted. Everybody has a boss, I'm your boss. It doesn't offend me, you have to do what I say.
And that's true. It doesn't.
I'll respect you respect me.
Don't allow anyone to tell you just because you're young that you're not on your game, because obviously the coworker seen something in you.
Right.
To move you up as far as they even did.
So I
commend you. Is there anything else you would like to talk about today?
Yeah, can we talk? I have some stress in my family life. Can we discuss that as well?
We sure can. What do you mean by that?
Well, honestly, ever since my sister passed, one of my brothers has been acting out it's causing a lot of stress on my mother, which is, causing a lot of stress on me because me and my mom, she adopted me when I was 5, and then from that point on, we've been super close. Like, I've been stuck to her thigh. We have our ups and downs, but we have each other's back, like closer than any other brother. So whatever she's going through, I'm going through the whole situation. Mm-hmm. I might not even be there that exact moment, but when I come home, I'm hear about it, and then my mood's gonna be the same as she is, or vice versa. So she's been stressed out lately, and then it's put stress on me about her being stressed out. It's a whole like cycle phase going on.
Well, can you elaborate on the situation with your brother a little bit more?
Mm-hmm. Well, I told my brother exactly how I felt about his ways, and what he's doing to the family, and all the just the extra drama he's bringing on, and unnecessary stress and stuff.
Hey Glenn, this is a safe zone, but if you don't feel like talking about it, it's okay. We can move on.
No, it's fine. We can definitely talk about it. I just told him, he's really breaking our mother's heart, him running the streets, hanging out with the wrong crowd, and just being, I know it sounds rude, being a typical, well, he's not a teenager, he's a young adult, but just the extraness that he's bringing on the family is not necessary. She's taking it personal just because her daughter passed, and everything that happened, she's taking it really personal.
It's got to be very hard.
Yeah, it's really hard on her. Like I said, I'm stressing out about her stressing out, and I'm tired of her stressing about him, and he doesn't even care about the whole situation. So it's really, I don't know if there's nothing we can do, but I can't control a grown man, There's nothing I can do about it, really.
Yeah. So, did you tell him anything else? Did y'all have a conversation past that?
I told him I told him he was adding extra stress to her, and, she doesn't really need that, she just buried her daughter, literally, and, she's worried about, who might pass next.
Yeah.
Because obviously she feels like, she's gonna be on this earth longer than this, so she's like, who's next? And she thinks he's one of the next targets because he's out there in the street. If they're not in her house, in her 4 walls, she's stressed out about it, so. And I told him he needs to, cut it out, and he needs to grow up. I don't sugarcoat. He needs to grow up.
And how did he feel about you? Like, what was his expressions, or his what did he say when you expressed yourself to him? Was he acceptive, or did he just like
he was kind of
get quiet and in denial?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the word, denial. He wasn't aggressive, but the way I anticipate things, I usually say people are aggressive to me and rude. So the way he really took it, he gave me this like weird, like confused look and stuff. Like he was lost seeing what I was talking about. And then what he said to me was, he's like, well, y'all don't even have to worry about me. I never asked her to, and that's something that was really disrespectful. I hurt my feelings myself just to hear it come straight out of his mouth. That really hurt my feelings. And I just straight up told him, I said, that doesn't matter, she's your mother, she was always your mother. She adopted you, not had you, adopted you when you were like 3 months old, on breathing machines. So, she's always going to worry about you, especially more than, since our sister passed away, and it's just not fair, not right at all.
Well, excuse me. Well, Glenn, I'm going to tell you this. It's not always easy expressing your truth or honesty to your loved one, but it is better to be honest than to hold it in and explode at the wrong time or place, because that can make the situation 10 times worse than what it needed to be.
Right. It didn't feel too good about it at first, but I love being, that person to get that stress off of her, and I like being that big brother. I'm older than all of them, so I definitely feel like I did my duties in talking to him and letting him know, hey, this isn't right.
we need to move on and fix the situation. Stop dwelling in the old, stress and past that we're.
Well, hopefully you both eventually get a chance to move on from everything, sit down and talk and work on your relationship. How is that going for you?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
How is that going for you?
Well, I do believe that I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
How do you think that? Let me reword the question. Do you think that you guys will be able to have the same relationship that you had before you expressed to him how you truly felt about everything that's going on?
I think we will have the. I think we do. I think it's gotten better. Since we've come to a complete understanding of how we feel both about the situation and his standpoints and my standpoints, and the bottom line is how to help our mother out, especially she's up there in age. It's not the same. Her mindset is totally different now. So just being, I won't say a happy family, but effectively communicating to each other. I think it's brought us closer. Definitely brought us closer.
I like how you said effective communication. That's very good. You're using some of the tools I told you about last time, and I love it. But what can you do to make sure that you and your brother, all of your brothers, and your mother have effective communication with each other? Because right now it doesn't seem like, from what I'm getting from what you're telling me, it doesn't seem like you guys really had effective communication right now. So how can you work on it so it doesn't get to the point where you had to say what you had to say to your brother at that one point?
Well, so when the situation goes down, we kind of have like now a family meeting. We all sit down in the kitchen and discuss, I ain't gonna say when we have a situation. Let me start over. We pretty much talk about like how each other's day was, what was good in the day, what was bad in the day. How could we have done better, and some ways just to keep us closer as a family. We tend to go on trips. So one of our favorite trips is going down to Florida.
Okay.
And the most effective time that we get together communicating with each other is on the ride back. It's like a 18, 20-hour ride. That's a long time to be with your family.
It sure is.
So we definitely, most of the time, effectively communicate. You're squished up in the van, but you tend to get along with each other, and you make it work until you get to your destination. So that kind of forces us to, do some like team building activities with each other, and just to get closer with each other. Type of thing. So.
Now, when you say team building exercises, what are you truly doing? Sitting in a car for 18 to 20 hours.
Well, I didn't mean like in the
With
car,
each
but I
other.
meant like when we get to our destination. So like being on a roller coaster. That's a fun. All everybody's screaming, heart pumping. Then we'll get off like, oh, did you like that? What was your favorite part of the ride? Or what was your scariest thing? So just talking it out. Talking it out is very important.
I'm not trying to get on you or anything like that. I just want to know what effective communication is to you, because I think that's very important. A lot of families don't have that, and it actually causes them to break apart. So, you say getting on roller coasters and then talking about that. Does that open up like the bridge to talk about something else?
Yep.
Like something else, maybe a little deeper?
Not really, but let me give you an example about
Good. Why don't you go to what?
So I kind of noticed that I don't use effective communication skills at home with my family, because a lot of times it's a lot of fussing and fighting and stuff, and it's like I said, it's really not effective and professional within our family boundaries, the way we communicate, interact with each other. But yes, it's really not effective at all in my family life. But on the other hand, at work, I tend to show, I guess, because I don't know why I feel that way, but I tend to show more effective communication skills at work.
Well, Glenn, can you give me an example of how you use effective communication at work?
Yeah. So, like, an example we had is, let's say about maybe a week and a half ago, we were at Bombay Hook, which is in Smyrna. Our goal was to plant 1,900 trees, and we knocked it out kick butt, as usual. But, so this was the first day that me and the other previous member stepped up to be team leaders. And on that first day, we didn't communicate very well. So we both got to site at different times. Because he's coming from north and I'm coming from down south. It's closer for me to get there than he is. So we both get there. We're checking emails and talking and all stuff. We already know each other. We send both our teams up to go out to field work. And we discussed kind of off and on about what time lunch was be and how the day was going to go. And I told him, I think I said 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock. I said 12 o'clock. And he said 12 o'clock too. But the members, we didn't discuss to them what time we were going to schedule for lunch. So they took upon themselves to go have lunch in the vehicle. And I decided, all right, I need to be over to supervise them as well. So then he comes his team over. And he's like, all right, my team eats, then they leave. And as he's walked to the van, he tells them to come back over, and they get upset because they're like, you're not in charge of us, Glenn is. So I told them, go sit in the van with the rest of the members. So I pulled them aside, and all right, so this is what we need to do. We need to talk better. And then I said, we did both agree on, I think it was 12 o'clock or something. No, we both agreed on 1 o'clock, but the members didn't know that, so they took lunch at 12 o'clock. And so after we talked, we were like, all right, so from now on, let's make a plan. In the morning, as soon as we meet, we say this is how the plan would go. I always choose lunch, and I choose everything's going to happen after lunch as far as who's doing what, who's going where. And he does all the morning stuff about schedule and stuff. So that was kind of the way that we both communicated and effectively talked about it. So we told the members, we both apologized. Listen, we didn't communicate effectively. That's exactly what we said. We said we apologized. We were both supposed to plan to eat lunch at 1, but you guys did your thing. You didn't know any better, so we take the downfall for that. And I agree with them. We both, took that downfall. So we decided every morning we're going to talk about it, and we still do that today. We talked about who's doing what, who's going where, what time lunch is, and what time we need to leave. I think over time this is my second week. Last week it's gotten much better, and it progressed a lot easier between us to effectively communicate. And I don't know why it's easier for me to communicate with him than my own family that I've known longer than he has. This is something I'm struggling with as well. I don't know why. I don't know if I feel comfortable more around him or he's like a friend. He's my coworker, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
You elaborated on to what I was going to ask you in my next question. I was going to ask, well, why do you think that it's okay for you to communicate effectively more with a stranger than the people that you've known for almost all of your life? Is it because you're not judged? I just want to know where you're at in your thought process with that.
Maybe because, I'm going to say maybe because my family already knows me, he knows me too, but they know me for X amount of years. And I just met him last year, so I guess that's my chance to, show maybe a different character and just start fresh and show, a different side of me, I guess, if that makes
It does.
If that makes sense.
It does. Do you think that you could use some of the effective communication skills that you use with your coworkers on the job? Do you think that you can bring that into your family? And do you think that they'll be perceptive of it?
As far as addressing the situation, or just in general?
Addressing in general. I want to say in general, any situation that you possibly had. Do you feel like if you come home from work after a bad day, could you go straight up to your mom or even your brother and just express how you feel? and they'll take that into consideration, and you guys will have a conversation, and they'll try to help you get through whatever you're
I mean,
dealing with.
I can always come to my mom, but my brothers is kind of different because I feel like I can't change your personality, and I can't change your character, but I guess I can work around their personality. I can't change their personality, but I can work around it. But I can bring what I learned at work home to them. Does that make sense? Does that kind of answer the question?
Kinda. I just want to know, like, I'm trying to think of how to word this so that you can get an understanding of the question a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you say you don't have too much effective communication with your family.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me maybe. Well, I don't really have. Maybe that's why I don't really have like someone to bond with, like I do DJ. His name's DJ. Like me and him bond closely because I started a different relationship with him. Whereas my family, like, they have their own clique between each other. Like, these two brothers clique, these two brothers clique, these sisters clique. And I kind of felt like I was that solo with me and my mom instead of with me and my siblings. I guess it's different with me and DJ.
But so how do you think that you could change that? Because I think that could help you a lot more in the stuff that you're dealing with. Because a lot of stuff you may not feel comfortable talking to your mother 100%. That's what siblings are for.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think that you can change that?
Maybe just tell them how I feel, and just expressing myself to them.
And do you think that they'll be perceptive
Yes.
to that?
Now, maybe I'm basing it off of when we were younger, because like when I say younger, like teenagers. Now that we're all grown adults, maybe we all have different perceptions of life, and like, hey, our family's falling apart. We need to hang on to each other.
Okay.
So I think they'll be very open-ended and willing to work things out at the end of the day, for sure.
Okay. I think that's amazing. Actually, because it's hard. Communication skills are not always the easiest. I mean, I struggled with them in my time. It took me a while to get the communication skills that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine you going through everything you're going through. It's easier to shut yourself down.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else that I can help you with today? Or is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
I do have a small situation, but I think we said for the next session. Can I touch on it a little bit?
Yeah.
So pretty much, we have a member. I have an employee that is not on my side, but on my coworker's side. They've shown up. When he shows up when he wants to, but he's still getting the same stipend every 2 weeks. And my employees think that it's not fair that they come to work every day, get the same paycheck, and he doesn't come in or comes in when he wants to and gets the same paycheck. And his overall goal is out the program to get an education award. And really, in reality, I know that's all he's here for is the education award. But he knows he's still gonna get that paycheck every week. It's not fair for them. They feel like it's not fair that they come to work, get the check, and he doesn't come in and still get the same check. So I'm trying to handle this situation as a supervisor to my employees.
And how could you deal with that? Because that's something serious. I mean, I don't think that's fair either.
I mean, I was in this step one time. I was a member as well, and I felt the same way. And honestly, I felt like there's nothing I could do about it. But my first go-to is to talk to my supervisor about it and talk to his boss, the dude's boss, about it. And at the end of the day, we just use chain of command. So we go to our supervisor and say, hey, what do we do? And if we feel it's not handled then we go to higher up, which is the director.
Okay. Well, Glenn, it looks like we're wrapping up just a little bit. We can continue this session next week if you come in. When you come in, I just want to say thank you for stopping by, and I hope I was able to help you through some of your situations today. It was nice seeing you again, and I can't wait until we meet again.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.